This is a form of fascism that's happening, and it's very wrong. It's very wrong. So the people who are responsible for this have to step down.
Yeah, I agree.
I've been full morning at the youth center. I went to the youth center yesterday. Informing that there was a mob from outside.
Yes.
Doing the thing, and I rushed immediately. I informed my colleague, which were not aware. From Srimoy and from Maroon, I tried to reach Partha, and then I went there immediately. I've been there all this morning until now.
So who called the mob?
Who called the mobs?
Does the working committee condone or condemn this action?
That we have to find out. When I reached there, please Reno, don't do. When I reached there, and actually, as soon as I got the call from Indra, I sent a WhatsApp to the secretary saying there is a mob coming from outside to the youth center. That's what I did. Once I reached there, I found that there was staff for the foundation that said that we received order to intervene. So my educated assumption is that this has been called by the foundation. And then some member of TDC came and they said they didn't know. And actually Ambo, which is in charge of survey, came much later because he also didn't know.
So who is responsible?
The foundation, that is my assumption.
So can you call the secretary?
No, it doesn't work this way. I think there is a meeting this afternoon, 3 o'clock.
But we can invite her to come.
She will be there. She will be there.
At 3.
At 3 o'clock today.
And you address there. And anything happening today, that is the important thing.
I'm sorry, but actually, they have a very hard time of hearing everything you've said. I'm not the only one. I don't know if it's because you're speaking slowly or...
I can try and paraphrase what he just said.
No, actually, we would like to hear from Anu.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask next.
From Anu, we just want right now to meet the people who are actually from the youth center. We would like to see them.
She would like to meet the people from the youth center. We've all just come from the youth center.
This is an oral issue.
Represents us.
A working committee of the Residents' Assembly.
Can I explain why I'm saying that? Can I explain why I'm saying that? The reason is that for 2 days, the youth center people took the decision to dismantle the place by themselves for 2 days. The first was the day before and yesterday. And both times they were dissuaded by a group of adults. We want to, sorry.
It's wrong. Wait, guys, Namu's from the youth center, okay?
He will speak later.
No, he's been putting his hand up.
Let's be clear. The situation went out of our control, even inside the group, even inside working committee in TDC, just shouting each other will not bring the situation back to a normality. So we really have to do an effort to go beyond all these resentment. Let's accept that one speak and then following the order. Please, let's be disciplined. It's the only way to go out. Otherwise, if Auroville is transforming the whole law and order situation, it will be even worse. We have tried, it's a big inner effort because I know that many people I personally act. I went to the youth center on Saturday night, I was still shivering until yesterday. And I told this to the secretary, personally. I shared what my personal feeling and experience has been. And again today I was told by Indra, you are shivering when I was in the youth center. It's true, I'm emotionally touched, but we have to be calm and grow and make a collective effort to go behind it, take back things in our hand. Now it's not in our hand, let's understand this.
So,
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
The only reason that the
No, let them finish, please.
No, can we now hear a response from the youth? You asked, and they're speaking.
I'm asking from
But I
somebody
know-
from the actual youth center.
I am not the youth, but I have asked the youth if they're afraid They're very afraid.
I don't think
They're
they're afraid.
super afraid.
Others are there, I had no idea. I had to call up and find out, and then I found out what he's telling you, that it has been sent by the foundation. So they have hired people from the village. They're not gundas, they're not bad. They're just hired labor, that's all. You go to the foundation and you ask them.
I spoke to Pierre yesterday. I spoke to Pierre because I wanted to see also. And I have a really high regard for John Pierre. For almost my teacher, and I have a really high regard. And I spoke to him, and he tried to explain to me, and that's what's so sad, that you believe that no matter what happens, you're doing the right thing. But that was not the right thing. And we all, I'm not saying that we did, but we all took responsibility for what just happened. So don't say we made deals or this or that.
I don't know about all that. I would just like to speak to people who are from the youth center now. You all
They're cleaning up over there. They're still, the JCBs are still there.
They don't have water.
Can you please tell us whether you condemn or condone this
They don't even have
action?
water or food right now.
Excuse me, can you please answer whether you condemn or condone this action, Anu?
It is beyond me. Condemn, condone is beyond me. Right now, I don't do
So, when?
You condone this action. You believe that this is acceptable.
I also don't condone that we have blocked the ground so long, put a building right on
So we'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, but take it
Do
as
you
a
condone it?
Don't do
Not
this.
just, yes or no.
There's no good guys on both sides here.
Doesn't agree with this.
Is that what she said? I don't hear
cannot
it.
answer the first part. I cannot answer the second
I said I don't condone the blocking of Brown Road. So
You cannot answer the first part. You cannot answer the second part. Come here.
Namu is also. Namu is coming also, maybe wait. No. Everybody!
First of all, I would like to start saying youth center is this community.
Yes.
Please speak up because they're not speaking to me, you're speaking to all everyone. So please not speak to everyone. No, it doesn't matter, it's all of us, Anu. You're the working committee, you also represent all of us, and you're not doing it. So stop asking the youth. You attacked us in a community using the youth. Why? Because you thought the name was weak and we were going to be afraid, and then we were going to actually defend ourselves in a violent way because we didn't know what to do. So now please ask me the right question to everybody, not
The
me.
right question I will ask you is, there was an agreement which we got in the working committee.
Forced by an adult.
She's saying there was an agreement with the youth center. Is that
Forced by an adult.
It was, yeah.
The next day, it got changed
It's not
the next
confirmed?
morning.
By you guys, not by us.
We have nothing to do with
We
it.
have proof of that. We have proof of that. We have.
Just to be clear, because since yesterday I've been following up all this exchange of conversation.
Right.
So there was an agreement
Yeah.
from your side with the request of NUC within 1 day for the new structure. A reply has come from TTC that they will give it 1 week, because that is a technical time. Yesterday I met Akit and said, you should reply, because to say what is your stand, that you want it in time. And then yesterday I went and spoke with our authorities. She said that she needs 2 weeks for dismantling, and then they said, okay, it sounds reasonable that you take 2 weeks for dismantling, and then the NUC come in that time.
So why did they come today?
I told you it's not under our control. It has been a decision of the
So
foundation.
now as a working committee, sorry, I love you so much, but as working committee, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna help us?
Look, we have
We've requested an emergency RAD. You've denied that. You've denied the RAD. As the working committee of the Residents' Assembly of the community, it is your job to support an emergency RAD for what is clearly an important issue.
Yes.
confirm.
Yes. So I will not confirm this, at least not for myself, because we also have people who warm the ground and have said that.
It's not about the crown, I know.
We have to let the RA decide.
It's about the violence you've been putting onto the youth. It's not about the crown. We brought, we were in the same room 2 months back. We brought plans about the crown.
Yes.
We drew everything. We did plans with the youth, with the
happened to
community
that? What happened
You
to that?
shit on it.
No.
You shot on it, yes. You did not take it. You shot on it. I'm so sorry.
I did not
We
shit
brought
on
it
it.
on the tables. It was not taken. You know what the TDC brought? Thank you for your support. Thank you for your work. But sir, we're not going to consider anything. That's what the reply. It was not the community that did not come together.
No, that's too.
Too what?
I find your whole approach.
true.
I'm sorry.
Your approach is wrong. I'm sorry. You're putting violence onto the youth.
Let's not, I mean, we have, I think, I mean, I think it's not fair to put pressure on individual members. We have, you know very well that we have different views in the working committee. It is not fair to look it. You know very
It's not fair to put pressure on her, he's saying.
you know very,
She put pressure on the whole community.
Can I speak?
She should resign. She knows.
Okay, can I speak, Renu? Can I speak? I mean, day before yesterday, we discussed about the RED emergency and we took a decision by majority. We voted because we could not have a consensus and a majority decided not to have. Now,
That's unacceptable.
can I speak, Renu, please?
It's unacceptable.
Renu, just give him a chance. Come on.
Okay. Now we are requesting the working committee to reconsider the decision. What I'm saying is that it's not fair to put the pressure on one working committee member alone. So the working committee, we acknowledge your request and then we come back.
Then please confirm now. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
We have 7 members. Sorry, I mean, let me clear. We have 7 members. I say yes. Someone else said no. So the people who say no, they should.
Look, we have a rule. Arun, what do you say? Arun, what do you say?
The people they said no, we should sit again and we have to.
But take them here now. Let them sit in front of us and let them say yes right now. Why in the office without us right now?
People should be.
Come to the meeting at 3 o'clock.
No. It's another trap. Just resign.
Take the working committee of the voice over, please. You know how
We need the democracy.
we're not meeting in the room over here right now.
We
Just
want
come together.
Okay.
Srimoy Arun to resign.
Yes, immediately.
So we must be clear. Okay. One again. We need clarification. One again. What do you ask?
We want Anu, Srimoy and Arun to resign.
Paita, what about
Two.
Paita?
About the TDC, what is your position?
We want an interim TDC with competent people that the community trusts.
Okay. Clarification number 2. Who do you want to resign in TDC?
Arun want to say something. You want to speak with working
No,
committee members?
okay. No, we want after, I'm not agree. Clarification number 2 about TDC. Sorry.
But this is not theater. Let's not get into theater right now.
Yeah.
What's happening is very wrong. It's very wrong.
What is happening?
At the youth center. You can't get the police, so you get people from the village. You bring in JCBs. You destroy what the youth have made. You're trying to kill the spirit of a youth. This is very wrong. This is fascism. This is dictatorship.
Yes.
Are you agree? Yes.
Can we let Arun speak?
Yeah.
About like 4 months back, Jesse was also there. We tried to coordinate something.
Let him say and Jesse can replace him or something.
4 months back, me, Jesse, everyone were sitting together to find a solution for this. It didn't lead anywhere because people had egos. They're fighting again. They're fighting. Renu, can you?
But I don't want to get into the egos.
Can I just finish what I said? You guys are playing with your egos. When we met on Monday night, we came to at least a conclusion where we thought we could come to a negotiation. There was total negativity, but I understand there's a pressure, and we came to a conclusion. But the morning again, all old guys again came back, and you put all your political things inside. It's all your political. Don't say no, okay?
No, nobody said.
You're being brainwashed by her, and I don't know who else. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry. What have you done?
I work in the housing services. We build youth housing. And now you can accuse me for saying that you're not doing your job.
After the moment, you have to listen us. You guys, you are official. You say that, you listen us. No, because really you need to listen us. You need to listen us first. Okay? Enough of your power trip.
One minute. This morning I was filming. And there were 100 people, 20 people who were pulling me back, putting me on the ground and throwing my phone under the bus.
Show us your phone.
And then after, when I was talking about it to the policeman, the Murti, the assistant of the secretary, was accusing me. Here I have been throwing my phone to his head. Where are we going?
Lies.
To the press.
Let me go.
Okay.
This is ego.
We want to know what are you going to do about people that bring outside forces into Auroville and destroy the youth center in this way? We want to know what the working committee is going to do, because so far they've only taken the side of the foundation against Auroville and a few people. They refuse an RID, so that's their position. Because that's their position, they are not representing the community and they need to step down.
Yes.
Okay, just 1 second. Can I speak?
Surrender.
You see, what has come to this end now today is, since more than a week, we are just doing the same thing. Protesting and being aggressive on both sides.
They have no tools. I have not seen a guillotine. I have not seen a saw. So what are they doing?
I don't want outside people.
Just present.
I don't want outside people. I don't want 200 people to come in. I don't want just people. But we have to move forward. We have to move forward.
Not this way.
Sorry?
Not this way.
Not through violence. Violence is never the answer.
You can
Okay. That's why we should ask Madam Secretary to say the next threat. Now what has happened. Okay. But
service, by whoever from Auroville. We will do it. We will move forward, but not to block. But they want to want.
We never go out.
We want to have an RA so we can decide as a community.
Aurovillians build Auroville.
First it was taken out, never and then they gave it to somebody else.
One second.
I would like to hear the council.
It's more than obvious. Can I just read? It's more than obvious that this is an emergency.
Yes.
Number one. Number two is the only way for all of us. Shouting won't help. None of it will help. The only way that you can get past this impasse is to empower the RA.
Yes.
That's the only way. That's the only way that if we have an issue with what the secretary is doing, that we can push back against this force of the secretary. Like Sauro said, we don't want the law and order situation in Auroville. We have to empower the RA. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we should focus on.
Absolutely.
Now, if the working committee is not going to vote for an emergency RA, then we'll have to do a normal RA, and that's what we should focus on.
It's already in
But regardless, a strong message to the working committee is that if you don't realize that this is an emergency, then really you are not representing the RA.
Thank you. Yes.
So conclusion, when it is the RA? When we can, do you have a date that we can do?
Well, there's already an RA project started.
On Euronet, which date it is?
20th.
When?
20th.
But 570 people.
Why is so long?
Because unfortunately, we are so stuck in process that to make an RA decision, we have a very complicated mechanism.
Wait.
We should learn to speak without interaction. It's more complicated to have an RA decision than to go for election of President of the United States.
It can be done. It can be done.
The only option we have is that emergency, but we need to have a majority working.
Then bring them here, please, Sauro.
We can bring them here, but please, I mean, that is
You
one.
just have to say yes
So,
or no.
okay, I have a proposal.
No.
I have a proposal because we can.
See the whole community.
People should be.
She doesn't see the.
Wait.
I don't see the whole community.
People should be allowed to reflect on what happened and decide without pressure of
That's why I propose.
And then in the afternoon you get the reply.
I propose that each morning at 10 a.m. we are here. The time that we got in the area. Like that we are meeting here at each day 10 a.m.
I've been there every day.
Every day we come here, we occupy the tournament at least from 10 to 12. Correct? And we ask you question, what's up? Still we are the 20, it's a Monday 20, correct? Because we need to be together, to share together, and to fight against the official stuff like that you are representing, correct?
Thank you.
Understand? Everybody, 10 a.m. each day here, okay? We can sleep if you want here, but officially we say at 10 a.m. we organize our question in order to prepare the Residence Assembly. If you want to sleep here, you sleep here. We can occupy if we want, okay? Yeah.
What consequences does a person who has done what he has done this morning, bringing outside people, creating racist divide in Auroville, what place does he have in the Auroville? What place does he have representing us at the foundation? How can we allow this? Please answer, working committee.
His name is Mr. Antim. Okay? Antim organize all this stuff. And normally I am in contact with Siduja. I say to Siduja, take your phone number. And I want to give our correct informations. The problem is that we need to give perfect information, okay? But our team did something, and the working committee, us, we need to take position about him. All right?
Yes.
Are you agree about that? Clarification number 3.
I would like to add one point to the points Renu made. Can you listen? They're talking to you. It seems that the foundation office, my question is about the process followed by the foundation office. And I've heard the working committee saying you were not aware. And so it's not just about how it was done, but the process. What does the process demand? Is the foundation allowed through whoever it wants to out of the governance structure of Auroville to call upon and sanction actions like that without informing the working committee and without informing the TDC?
If
So
you're a
that's my
dictator, you
question.
can do whatever you want.
And working committee is telling me that you were not informed. Was the TDC informed?
No, I said before.
Both.
At least,
So both.
I would say, I spoke with TTC people on the
So
Friday morning, they
both.
said they were not informed.
Okay, then let's
And what I said, I said at the beginning, this is not acceptable.
Okay, I agree
I'm
with you.
clear.
So we are on the same page
Since
here.
few months, I want to say clearly,
Okay. So we are on the
there
same
is no
page
more
now.
process in our, they put a process in our hand.
Yes.
Okay.
So my
But you don't
question
allow us
now,
to do it.
my leading
There are
question.
ways.
My leading question from this common ground that the process followed by the foundation office was not the right one, and we are all condoning that bit of the process for sure.
Yes.
I'm hearing working committee say the same.
No,
No, condoning the process, not informing you, not informing
you're not
TDC.
condoning.
Sorry, condemning it. I'm sorry, I'm a little, yeah, you're condemning it. So my next question from there is,
What are you going to do?
what are you doing, because you are still the working committee of the Residents' Assembly, and you are meant to be the communication channel and the voice to the foundation. So what is the working committee, and back, what are you doing about this? About your own observation that this process needs to be condemned? What's your plan? Have you done anything? Do you plan to sit down and look at that?
Can I see?
Yes?
Very loud, please.
Okay. Okay, so the whole process for this started at least 4 months ago.
No, I want to know from this morning. No, I do not want, no, please. The action
If you don't
happened
let me
this
speak,
morning.
I cannot answer this
They've
question.
already denied an emergency RAD, so we're interested to hear what
No,
their
I'm going to
alternative
give you an answer
proposal
at the
is.
start. My question was very clear. Have you done anything? Are you planning to do anything?
Well, it's related to...
Yes, no.
There's no yes, no answer. There are no yes, no answer.
There is the,
You are representing
I'm
us,
listening.
Anu. As a community, you're representing us. So you can't say it's not yes or no to a question the community
I'm
asked.
trying to answer it, but I'm getting cut short. So let me answer it the way I want to answer it.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So the whole process, if you want to see the way the foundation is looking at it and the way we understand it from them at present, started with the crown walk, right? And since then, there have been numerous, according to her, she has sat through 50 meetings with different groups, at different moments to come to different agreements. Meeta and Tapas, you were part of that. Dartani, sorry. Wait a minute, Dartani was part of that. Youth Center was part of that.
We were forced to do that. It's not her job. Tell me something I don't know.
let us finish.
Anu, please tell me something I don't know. All this I know.
So the whole idea, if you want what the process was.
Not was, now.
Let's not interrupt each
Anu,
other.
you did not understand my question.
No, I'm not that stupid. Just let me answer. So, the only process that was being followed here, and what was always, how to say, completely obvious when we went to all these groups, all these different areas, but that was to clear the crowd. So once the crown is clear, there was the plan how to build it, and this thing about the youth center was always in question. The youth center is not going to be left alone. Youth center is not
Anita,
I'm sorry, she's not answering. She's not answering. Answer the question, what are you going to do?
You say the crown has to be clear.
Yeah.
Why we did not get the work order? Why was it kept like that?
I believe there is a work order.
Not a signed one.
Unsigned.
Yes, Adam, you're the journalist.
Do you believe that what happened in the past few days is the way to build Auroville, the city of the
Definitely not.
future?
Definitely not.
So you believe let me ask you a question. You said that you don't. So you don't. So do you believe what is happening in Auroville is an emergency?
Pardon?
Do you believe what is happening in Auroville is an emergency?
It is an emergency if we take
Okay,
responsibility from our side.
We are
not the way
You know this is an emergency.
Yes.
Why do you refuse to let us make a community decision on a topic that involves the community?
Where
Why?
is the community?
Are you serious? Oh my God.
This is not the 40,000.
Where do you want to go?
And that's why you say where is the community? They will come to the RAD. The Residents' Assembly will come to a Residents' Assembly decision, but you refuse, as a working committee member, to allow us to have a voice. How dare you call yourself an Aurovillian at this point? Once you've allowed violence on all of us, on the youth of Auroville, how can you think that mother, for 1 second, would allow this?
Are you serious?